Hey, welcome, welcome. Driving south on State Road 109 in Lebanon, Tennessee. Got a heavier band of snow moving to the south. We're going to drive around. Road conditions are actually exceptional through here. Had a lot of snow on the ground earlier this morning, about 9:30, and that has melted. We are currently sitting at 33 degrees, and the sun's trying to peek out a little bit. So we're just going to kind of drive around and, I don't know, look at snow. Trying to see how road conditions are everywhere else. Sorry the stream is a little bit later than anticipated, but we had a dry band come through and melted everything that was on the ground. So kind of pushed it back a little bit. Kind of see what this heavier snow does. TDOT did an absolute great job on brining the roads yesterday. So not really much of a hazard. I think the main hazard is going to be overpasses. I'm glad to see these bigger flakes are out now. Visibility has been reduced. I would say about 2-3 miles. Visibility is reduced. But kind of not really so far what I was expecting. I would say on my husband's truck, when we cleaned off the roof before we went to Waffle House, there was probably a good 2 inches on it. That dry band that came out earlier, about an hour ago, really small flakes that grapple. And now notice this heavier band that's coming through. Flake size picked up again. So we're just going to kind of drive and see what the conditions are out and about. It's pretty. Not really much going on this day. I was out earlier this morning at the intersection down the street from me, and the only thing I really caught on camera was people running red light. Wouldn't really recommend doing that. Man, these flakes have gotten a lot bigger. Glad that dry air moved out. Like the bigger flakes are like just banging against the windshield and like busting into all these little tiny pieces. That's kind of cool to watch. So Winter Wonderland in Middle Tennessee. I don't know. We'll see. They extended our winter weather warning, or winter storm warning, until 9 p.m. tonight, 2100 hours. So let's see what happens the rest of the day, I guess. I'm seeing west side of Nashville around Dixon. Looks like there's heavier snow. Franklin, Tennessee's getting heavier snow. Kind of drive down to Interstate 40 and kind of see what the interstate looks like right now. I imagine it's going to look similar to this, not much different. I think the bigger concern is going to be we drop back down into the 20s again tonight. Tomorrow we'll stay below freezing. I think a lot of the wetness on the roads, precipitation that's on it, is going to freeze. And we could be overnight looking at possible black ice. That'll be a hazard. Tomorrow we could be, depending on how fast salt trucks get out and so forth like that, what kind of road conditions tomorrow will be. But again, and between now and until Sunday, it's going to be the melt, snow, freeze, and then Sunday we'll get up into the mid-40s. And then, but at night we drop below freezing again. So nighttime travel through here will probably be hazardous. I think secondary roads that aren't salted will also be an issue. I mean, definitely not what I think, that's for sure. Kind of really thought we would have a bigger snow event, but you never know between now and this evening what comes through. Coming up to the 40 section, about a mile. The wind isn't really blowing. I think my weather station said it was going about 2 miles an hour, so not really a blowing snow issue either. Let's go check out 40. I have seen this morning multiple salt trucks, making sure the roads are staying clear of any snow collecting. I've seen a couple of shovels going. Shovels? Not shovels. Alright, let's jump on the interstate. We're going to go west. Probably should go further down to 840, but let's kind of check this out first. We can always turn around on Mount Juliet. Come back here. Alright. Yeah, so we've got TDOT crews working right now on the road. So we're in Lebanon right now. Just got off State Road 109. Yeah, so we got some snow accumulation on the interstate. Looks like they're plowing them. Snow plows. That's what I meant to say earlier. Not shovel, plow. TDOT's doing a great job. They're plowing. They're salting. They're doing a great job. Big shout out to TDOT. We got some snow accumulation on the road. Now that lane over to the next to me, that's kind of what my road looked like earlier. And then we started to warm up and it melted, and yeah. Alright. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of driving today. Most of y'all know I'm still recovering from back surgery. I had a spinal cord stimulator implanted 3 weeks out from surgery, and this is actually my first time driving since surgery. So I'm going to kind of limit it. I can kind of already feel the soreness. Still under restrictions. No lifting, bending, twisting too much, blah, blah, blah. But at least it's been a success. So that lane that's snow covered right now, that is let's see, so we count lanes starting from the inside outward. So that'd be number 2 lane. Jump off of Golden Bear to see what this looks like in Mount Juliet. I think we're going to kind of make our way back east again. Let's go south on 840. Go meet up with some of this heavier banding. The farm thing looks good. I mean, said right now the biggest is going to be the overpasses. But yeah, even snow's let up a little bit over here. So we got a little dry air pocket again. But we're gonna scooch a little south and see what we can find. Whatever y'all do, you do get out and drive. Make clear the top of your vehicles. Tennessee, it's not a state law. I know many states that deal with snow on a regular basis, especially heavier snow, it's a law. But man, it's just a hazard to other drivers. It becomes a flying missile, and it's not just like a couple feet behind a vehicle. Like those things can slide off the roof of your vehicle and become missiles into other vehicles. Safety tips. Alright, so same story going westbound on 40. Really? Still got snow covered. On number 2 lane. Looks like that's also half of the inside lane too that's covered. I don't know about y'all. I'm more of a spring, summertime kind of gal. Snow's pretty to look at from the inside. Yeah, that's about it. Let's overpass over on the other side. It has some clouds. Looks like that's got some decent covering on it. That could be a slip hazard. The biggest issue about driving on especially multi-lane roads, if the lanes are covered, you just can't see where your lane markers are. Sorry if you hear me wincing a little bit. I'm a little sore. There's a flower right there going. Nice. Great job, T-Dot. Big difference going from covering wildfires for 3 days and then all of a sudden covering snow. Prayers go out to everybody in Southern California. Fun fact, I was actually born in San Diego as a Navy brat and moved to Florida and spent 24 years in Florida. I kind of more resonate with growing up in Florida. Yeah, you can see visibilities reduced here too. It's like we got a heavier band that we're coming into. I feel like the guy in the car, the next lane, all that snow up there. Like it literally takes 5 minutes to clear, y'all. Seriously. Honestly, expect 840 to kind of look the same as I-40 did. But we're definitely getting into heavier snow as visibility is coming down. Hey there, Patrick. Shoot. Being from Florida, I was not built for these degrees. But I will say, so the coldest temperature we've had so far this winter is 12 degrees. And 2 years ago, we got down to -4. So I'll take these 30s and 20s over the negative temperatures any day. However, I am definitely looking forward to lake season again. Actually, that's a lie. I'm looking more for chasing in March, but at least temperatures will be warmer, so you can't be mad about that. But I will manage to squeeze in some lake days in between. So I posted last night on X. Paige on X, she goes by Tornado Paige. Okay. We're just gonna meet up today and kind of do a duet because we both like to give our other half unsolicited concert featuring ourselves. But I'm not sure where in Tennessee they are today. We'll see. I'm not sure if my back's gonna hold up for too long. I know. I bet you're excited, Patrick. I think now that La Nina is in full swing, we've gone through the neutral phase, and now now we've gone into full La Nina. I think this tornado season is definitely going to be interesting. All right, we'll drop south a little bit. Got a little heavier snow down there going. And I just learned that Monster, like, just right down around the bend, put in a big old warehouse down here. I didn't even know that all down there even, like, exploded in industrial. All right. Let's see what kind of circus this is. Oh no. That is not good, Patrick. Not good at all. I was a firefighter in Florida, specialized 10 years in wildland firefighting. And yeah, I can tell you, that's not a good mix at all. hopefully y'all can get some rain. It's two major firestorms in Central Florida. Firestorm in '98 and then in 2006, Moore County, Florida. So I'm very proud to say in 2006 we didn't lose a single structure. Why are there people overpass? Wait, what am I missing? Oh, they're sledding. Oh, I'm not sure if I'd recommend sledding next to an interstate, but cool. Whatever. Be a little hazardous. So I understand what going into a severe drought index can do, especially coming up to warmer temperatures. I'm going to slow our speed down a little bit. So it looks like this left lane here is mostly plowed. And honestly, it's not looking bad at all. Not bad at all. Kind of get into the heavier snow bands right now. But I see that this heavy one that's to the southwest of Nashville, that's coming straight from my house. I was filming this morning when it first started. The snow started here at 7:30 in the morning, and really picked up around 9 o'clock. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Anytime somebody loses home to fire, it's a horrible situation. I know one thing that has stuck with me since the firestorm of '98 is going with forestry. And literally, where I'm from in Central Florida, it's very rural in the north part of our county, and literally putting out red rocks or green rocks at the end of driveways on roads, on houses that they deemed could be saved or not saved. I'm going to turn around here because we're getting out of this van. I see this heavier van moving through. I think that is something that has always stuck with me. I mean, these are people that I went to high school with, middle school with, and that was a very real moment for me. And now here we are, how many years later? Over 20 years later, coming up 30 soon. That's always going to stick with me. I was a newbie firefighter in '98. My very first wildfire storm was on, is this a crash or are these people flooding? Was at Kennedy Space Center. They had a major wildfire breakout. My county assisted with them in mutual aid. And that's one thing a lot of people don't realize is when it comes to wildfires is cities within counties, cities to the county, county to county, state to state, agency to agency, if you can track all of that with me, all have mutual aid agreements. All right, I don't recommend pulling over on the side of the road to sled, not like this, especially before an overpass with a baby. And kayaks? What are you going to do with kayaks here? Sorry, squirrel. But so anyway, so with firefighters, whether it's, say, like in California, in Los Angeles City has mutual aid within all the cities within Los Angeles County. Those cities have mutual aid with that county. Los Angeles County, and then Los Angeles County has mutual aid agreements with all surrounding counties, and then California State has mutual aid agreements with surrounding states, but as well as agencies such as CAL FIRE, such as Division of Forestry, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. I used to be a sponsored firefighter to go out west and fight wildfire with them. For sure, it's really good money in that. However, when you go to fight a large fire, say like hot shot crews or whatever would be sent to South Carolina, they literally work. Our temperature dropped back down. They literally work 16-hour days on 2-week rotation shifts. That's the most that you're allowed to do is 2 weeks, and then you have to go home for 2 weeks, and then you can redeploy 2 weeks later. A lot that's involved with that. You have to get certified to carry a fire shelter. You have to be able to deploy it within 90 seconds. You freaking like stand-up fan blowing on you. I think it's at like 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, whatever. But you have to be able to open your shelter, fully deploy it. So you put it, you open it, you have to step on the foot of it. There's handles inside of it. And then you pull that up over your head, you have to drop to the ground, make sure your flaps are all underneath of you. You have to do everything, all of that within 90 seconds in order to be certified to carry a fire shelter. And then we have, in order to be a wildland firefighter, you have to pass what we call a PAC test. And that's a 45-pound weighted vest that you have to wear and walk, no jogging, no running. You have to walk 3 miles in 45 minutes or less. Other certifications you have for wildland firefighting is what we call S-130-190 standard. That's basically like taking your structural firefighting standard test or classes and then passing that. I mean, I still hold all my certifications. I'm chainsaw certified, incident staging certified. A lot of certifications that I got from when I was a firefighter that I still hold on to. Back when, in the 90s, when they were issued for us, they didn't have an expiration date. I think 2017 was the last time I got Red Card certified. So it looks like we've got snow that has started to reaccumulate on the road here. We're in a heavier band right now. Sorry. My bad. I mean, it kind of like from a distance it looks like snow, but now that I look at the camera, it does not. My bad. I think the interesting stuff will be when the split, depending on how fast you got to salt. But I mean, shoot, it's such a great job. Okay, so if anybody knows out there, that is literally the 5th fishing boat that I have seen out and about today. Is there something about ice fishing in Tennessee that I'm not knowing about? Because that's like, why are people go fishing right now? It's freezing out there. 30 degrees. I don't think I'm understanding. So if anyone can answer that, I really would like to know. I'm curious. All right, so we're jumping back on 840. I think we're going to sit out for a little bit. We got this heavier band coming. The only thing that's kind of hard, oh yeah, look at that visibility up ahead. And I'm just going to be honest, I've never been past this point on 840, so I really don't know where that goes. I'm just going to throw that out there. I really should do that one day, just to know. I think that would be probably good. Yeah, so this is that area where I said, so somewhere back behind this industrial building, Monster put a big old warehouse back there. I never knew about it until recently. Well, at least I'm not alone in that. Thanks, Patrick. I appreciate that. Now I don't feel so inconfident. I actually could have stopped back there where those people were sledding the video. Man, this just looks like a snow globe right now. I know over in Nashville, Bicentennial Park, like I guess apparently a bunch of people are sledding over there. I've done it once in my life. That was back in, I think it was 2001. We had a major snowstorm here. I was living in Hermitage in my townhouse. I think we got like 6 to 8 inches of snow. I remember it because I had to shovel my driveway by myself because, well, I lived by myself. But in my townhouse neighborhood, I guess you'd call it, there's a steep hill, and so I took a container from one of those long tubs, took the lid off of it, and I used that for sledding. It was pretty good. I mean, it worked. It got the job done. That was my first time ever sledding in my entire life. Because, well, we don't get snow in Florida, so. Alright. That'd be a good hill to snow on. Man. Surprised not to see more people sledding. Then again, I don't know where people sled over here. I don't have a kid either to take sledding. Well, he's a kid. He's a 27-year-old kid. So this is one of the heavier bands that we're in right now. We're going to come up to 40. Kind of just hang out and see what things look like. It's all kind of moving east-northeast. Earlier, we had the sun trying to poke out. That was disappointing. So it looks like right now this heavier band is kind of just paralleling the south of 40. All right, so who are we rooting for tonight? Ohio State or Texas Longhorns? I got to go for SEC. I think I'm going to root for those Longhorns. This is kind of like the sad part of year because football is ended, college football. It's really sad. Depressing time of year. And then we got to wait like, what, a whole another 8 months for football to come back? Ugh. California's got a new fire that's blowing up. That consumed my entire day for the last 3 days. Alright, so let's see if we can find a spot to kind of sit. And we can safely watch the interstate up here. Or we can just stop at a light. We can do that too. Probably sit on the other side of 40. Man, I was kind of disappointed. You're right, Patrick. You're right. Hockey season. Go Bolts. I'm not a Preds fan. Sorry. I know that's the local team here, but I'm a Florida girl, so go Bolts. Yeah, let's take the secondary road and see how things look. Um, crap. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to take a drive around Lebanon. Probably should have stuck to Mount Juliet, but Mount Juliet is not a place I like to drive around. So it looks like we got heavier snow actually in the city of Lebanon. So I don't actually live in city limits. I live in the county. Yeah, it's just what I expected. I mean, roads look great. Like at 8:30 in the morning, my road, which never gets salted until well after the fact, um, it was snow covered. And then by the time I left the house for my awful waffle weekly breakfast, it was gone, all melted. I got snow accumulation. This isn't a road that I would expect to get salted. Well, look who joined the chat. Old Smitty. Hey there, darling. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're nice and warm in Florida, because it sure isn't up here. And thank you. I most certainly will, Brandon. Appreciate it. Brandon, thank you for tuning in. Hey, y'all in the chat or in the stream, on the stream. Don't forget to smash that like button, y'all. I'd really appreciate it. A mild one, huh? I would love to see what Trey from Convected Chronicles says. Has to say about this coming tornado season. Well, Brandon, I gotta say that is pretty chilly for Florida. So I think we may jump back on 40. We're gonna go head west some more towards Nashville. Um, they're getting heavier snow over there. Looks like Mount Juliet. We're getting heavy. It's really hard to tell on radar because we are so close to OHS that it kind of distorts what we're seeing on radar. Well, I mean, we've had some outbreaks. The last one that we had in Mississippi, Louisiana, had more than 7 tornadoes, which that technically makes it an outbreak. Um, more QLCS type spin up. I think there was like one or two ES2s, maybe an ES3 that was mixed in there. I don't recall. I know the one previous before that had a couple ES3s mixed in, but I think also right now being January, it's going to be a little far out to kind of really forecast for what's going to happen in March. It's like when we forecast an upcoming severe event, we don't do it, more than 3 days out, really hone in within that 48, 72-hour mark. But who I would really like to see what they say is James Spann. That man has been forecasting in Alabama for a long time. I also forgot to put. Alright. Glad to see there's not much traffic. Usually this gridlock, like on that area between 840, or not 840, but 109 and 40, is always a freaking gridlock. Not a good day to go and buy cars. Wind looks like it's picked up just a little bit. Alright, let's jump back on 40. Kind of just made a big old loop. And I definitely would not advise being out in snow without snow tires. Patrick, do y'all have any Radar Omega cameras out there? Not advertising for Radar Omega, by the way. I don't use one specific radar. I think each radar is got a specific product. What is this person doing? I'm gonna pass you. I think each radar has their own good quality. So I kind of use 3 different radars. I know if you go on the Radar Omega app, you can. They've got an email where you can. What the heck was that? Is this traffic cone? So anyways, I know in Radar Omega they've got an email where you can reach out to them and ask them or inquire about setting up a camera. Glad I reduced my speed. I don't know what it is about that one lane that just honest with you. For 2 lanes, pretty sick. But yo, didn't we just see a plow come through here recently? Like when we were on 40 before? You're gonna have to message me on Instagram. Not Instagram. I don't really use that much. Here we go. That looks better. Message me over on X and let me know what that theory is. I'd be interested to hear it. Well, y'all been cooking this whole time. Okay. Now it's looking better over here. Where did that plow start? I guess right back there, because this all looks good. Alright, we're getting into a heavy band now. We're going towards Mount Juliet. That overpass was the road to my home, 109. Visibility is greatly reduced since the last time we were on here. But we passed those truckers, and it's not bad right here. We're going good. There we go. See, that's the difference with having snow tires. Well, and reducing the speed. There's the plow again. I knew I saw one. He was doing the other side. Will he give up over here? I wonder if they just have like one going each way. Alright, chat, what do you think? Yay or nay for driving through Mount Juliet? Got a pretty decent heavy band going through right now. Yes, Patrick, it is on. I just turned it on. I had forgot earlier, but it is turned on now. Wow. That was like a snow tunnel. Good old THP out making sure our roads stay safe. Appreciate all of our law enforcement, what they did. Yesterday was Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, and my husband actually is a retired Metro Nashville lieutenant. I don't know how I feel about the trucker right now. All right, so what do we say? Do we stay on 4 and keep going west, or do we get off here at Mount Juliet? Let me know what y'all think. Road is now starting to accumulate, or snow is starting to accumulate on the road again. It would not make sense to say road is accumulating on the road. That would not make sense at all. Yeah, Atlanta got snow before we did. Well, before I did. That was a little disappointing and disheartening and rude. But say they got a good bit of it. Little Rock reported 14 inches. All right, so nobody gave me an idea about getting off or what. So I guess we're just gonna go to the next exit, and then we'll take a back road home back. I prefer to stay in Wilson County and not too far from home. The only thing about salt on the road is, man, it creates the worst potholes, y'all. I don't honestly have a specific goal. I'm just out driving, showing what it looks like, what the road conditions are like. That's it. I really don't have a specific goal for today. But I guess our interstate is just down to 2 lanes today. And that's fine. There really shouldn't be a whole lot of traffic out anyway, so. But seeing on the road there, compared to what we saw over in Lebanon, drastic difference. Now, I'm not sure if they brined only 2 lanes or if they did all 4. Yes, I have MPing. All right, now let's get some here. Visibility is really coming down in this heavy van. I've got MPing on radar scope, and then I've got the app MPing as well. I think the app is a lot easier to use. What's it? Dude, that was an animal. Yo, that was an animal. So, here's the bridge. Let's get off and see what good old Hermitage looks like. I don't do a whole lot of impinging. I'll do it like in one specific spot, and then once that report goes away, do it again at some point. But I mean, if several of the people around are impinging, you can clearly see that it's snowing. Then I think that's kind of like, well, duh. Yeah, it's definitely heavier. I think we're gonna make our way back towards the house, just because I'm starting to get really sore. Oh, okay. I just read like your whole message. Sorry, I was driving, so Patrick, my apologies. That you make a really good point on that about the imping for truckers. That's a real solid thought there. Oh my God, y'all, this person, I can't zoom in, but can I? There's somebody out in the snow. That's, oh, that's sad. And he's out there looking for donations with a walker in the snow. That's heartbreaking. Man. So this is the area back in 2020 that got hit by a tornado. Shopping plaza back there got wiped out. This whole area over there got hit really hard. I went back there to help clear trees and such. It was that was a really bad scene. Dodson Chapel used to be up here on the left, just past this intersection, and it got hit really hard. And during COVID, on the left, that's the golf range where I spent a lot of my time when I wasn't chasing or at the lake. That was a little slick. Yeah, we're in Davidson County right now. Let's get back. I want to get back towards home. There's a big flakes falling though. So this actually may be the heavier bands that just came later that actually may bring us more of an accumulation total. Not sure if we're still looking at, the possible 5 to 7, maybe 8 inches that we were originally forecasted to get, but we'll see. But I'm seeing a lot heavier snow on the west side of the radar. So this could be, it was supposed to come mid to late morning, but maybe it just got delayed. So this could possibly be what was supposed to come. That just sounded really confusing, and I'm sorry. You know what? I can't. How many times have we learned, especially this past season, past year, and I would even go back to 2020. I chased a lot during COVID, all over. But how many times have we consistently seen tornadoes pop up outside of any of the risk area or shaded areas? And I've always tell people, like, it doesn't matter if you're in an enhanced, moderate, or, whatever. I've seen so many tornadoes in the 2%, outside of the 2%. I've chased tornadoes outside of 5, 10%, whatever. This is really starting to hurt. Man, these flakes are huge, y'all. It's gonna be huge. Alright, I can't do it. I got a girl voice. I can't do it. But I'm also seeing accumulation on the road again. Doesn't look like it's well-traveled road, but definitely seeing it. Okay. God. Now this looks like just a big slate snow globe. Alright, my wipers annoy me. And they're new wipers too. Those new Rain-X ones are really good. Yeah, huge shout out to SPC, because man, that's not easy. You can't expect them to be Nostradamus. I mean, it's with all the forecast, guidance, models, and everything that they can look at. I mean, it's the best. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Stupid. And later, that's how you die. Like, homie didn't even, attempt to stop. They said, screw your stopping. And what the hell? And by the way, those bikes are not legal in the roadway unless it's a bike lane. And this road right here is not a shared roadway. But I mean, I understand. Yes. Please be careful. No. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Okay. Are you okay, kid? Are you okay? Okay. Y'all don't be out here trying to give me a heart attack. Gosh. Okay, now we're on 70. 70, I was told yesterday, was treated for this street pretty decent passage too. Oh God, these bumps don't feel good. Man, gas is way cheaper over here. A lot of people walking. This is not my ideal walking weather. Okay. Okay. We can make this. Oy. Very uncomfortable. But yeah, back to what you were saying, Patrick. Yeah, huge shout out to SCC. Man, they do a great job. Man, I was at Publix after there's a plow right there. After my awful waffle date with my husband, we stopped by Publix afterwards. Aw, there's snow blowing and shoveling. We went to Publix afterwards because we were going to make taco soup tonight. Well, that's not happening. But it was crazy. I guess everybody and their mom decided that it was going to be the great weekend to make chili because we couldn't even find chili beans or taco soup. Sounds weird, but use chili beans with taco soup. But that was a big no-go. meat, and like almost hardly any meat out. It was kind of crazy. All right, so here on 70, we're leaving Hermitage in Davidson County and heading back towards Mount Juliet. Snow is starting to stick to the ground again. Anybody else, or am I just alone on this, that absolutely hates their voice recorded? Like, you hear your own voice back, and you're like, oh my god, it sounds like a freaking hyena, or it sounds hideous. I hate the sound of my own voice. So hopefully, my goal this year is to chase as much as possible. More so than I did last year, which I'm not complaining. Last year wasn't bad. It sucks I missed 2 tornado outbreaks because of recovering from surgery. But I got to chase, our PDS outbreak day in Iowa. That was fun. Went all the way, all around Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. Got the EF3 in Kentucky back in the end of May. That was awesome. Saw my first Sidewinder tornado in Iowa. That was legit. And I don't know if any other chaser that was out there that day got it. Good luck, Patrick. Good luck. The only time I used a dating app, which when I first moved to Nashville 6.5 years ago, wow, it's been that long. There is the warm nose of instant sway in the southern half of the state. So the dating app Bumble, it has a section in it where you can find friends, either female or male friends. And so I used it and ended up my first real friend in Nashville. And in turn I have since, grown apart, but that's the only kind of app I've used, and I used it to find friends. Alright, so this section of Tennessee's got a lot more snow on it. And our temperatures have dropped back down. We're back down to 29. We were at 33 when I left the house. It actually sounds kind of cool listening to snow hit the windshield. And definitely tell it's a lot heavier. Look at that visibility. I think visibility is down to a mile and a half. Well, Patrick, I wouldn't advise using the weather community. My husband does not chase with me. I am a solo chaser. I've always been a solo chaser. It does add more stress to it, but honestly, I like the solo chasing. I'll caravan with someone, I think only once, and that was the May tornado in Kentucky. Once have I had somebody chase with me. Huge shout out to Chris Evans. We nailed that tornado from the birth of it to the end. Went to cover damage in Morton's Gap. Helped with rescue efforts. Huge shout out. We linked up actually with a cop that was over there. I think he was actually a Kentucky State cop. Linked up with him and was able to help. Sorry, my bad. That was kind of rude of me. But I have friends that keep always asking me to go chasing with me. I just prefer, because it's more of a distraction than helping. I've had one friend go with me who loves weather but has no meteorological background or chasing background, and it's just something that I won't do again. So I prefer, if someone is going to ride with me, that they have some sort of meteorology knowledge, knows how to read a map. That's the best. And I feel more like, even though we were in my vehicle, no collecting on the bridge there, I feel like even though we were in my vehicle, I was driving for Chris. But you know what? I have zero complaints, because it was a great chase, and man, I wouldn't change it. Met up with a buddy over on the north side of Paducah. He wanted to go to Missouri. I told him, man, I just got a gut feeling to stay over here around Paducah, and that gut feeling panned out. So you can tell we're in heavier snowfall now, because snow is actually collecting on the roadways. This road was treated yesterday. For neighbors in my neighborhood that saw the road being treated. Can y'all hear me? Or can y'all hear me? Or am I out of service? Patrick, can you guys hear me? It says I'm live. Am I really live? Okay. Yeah, because I'm in a crappy cell service spot, thanks to T-Mobile. I'm hoping, now that my son works for SpaceX, I'm going to get that. All right, give me a few moments to get out of this area, and then we'll have better signal. This area is horrible. God, y'all, look at this road. You gonna slip and slide? We're gonna slow down. Because this is a lot of snow that hasn't been plowed. We gotta make sure we're on our side of the road. Yeah, this could end up getting treacherous. That's how you know we're getting heavy snow come through. But yeah, so my son works for SpaceX now, and I'm kind of hoping I can get hooked up with a Starlink dish at a family discount, or just have my kids buy it and I'll pay for it. Yeah, I think this is going to be now the time where we start really seeing accumulating snow. long as we don't get above freezing again, I think it'll stay. But definitely a lot heavier than we had before. Ow. I'm just glad this isn't like 2001 when we got like 8 inches in one day. Alright, we're coming back up to 109 again, and I'm going to head back north to the house. Sorry to cut this short, y'all, but my back is really starting to hurt, and I think I'm doing a little too much than I should be. Very happy to see now that people are slowing down. Hey, there's a plow. Let's watch him come over. Hey, Mr. Plowman. Love seeing it. Okay, but if you sit too long, then the flakes collect on the windshield. It's not, and you're absolutely correct. However, it is better than cell service. I actually upgraded my plan to have priority 5G. For the most part, like I was able to drive through Mount Juliet, and normally that is not a good spot for me. And this time it like was pretty solid. But I definitely think that satellite is better than having cell service. And I'm not sure if there's a way to bond it between cell and satellite. So if one goes out, you've got another. But anything and everything is way better than last year. Last year I had the worst service ever, and I was constantly dropping out. So I can tell the wind has shifted. Now it's coming out of the north versus when I was going down earlier, it was coming south. Now we're going north on State Road 109. You can definitely tell it's heavier. Hey, cool. Good red weather. Thanks for letting me know that a storm zone is going to affect me in 1 minute. I really appreciate that. I actually started my tasing in Florida. Tropical storm, hurricane. Most of the time I had to work as a fire servant, so I did a lot of tasing when I could. Did a lot when I lived in Louisiana. A lot. Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. I've done a lot since I've lived here in Tennessee, but I've been tasing for about 10 years now. Only up until the past year, actually, is when I started live streaming. Try to do it in Louisiana, but man, that's the worst place to try and live stream. Not only that, man, you try and get a decent video driving on the road, it ain't happening. No, sir, it's not. Yeah, you probably got a point there, Patrick. So I chased for Severe Studios, and Jordan Hall was talking to me about that and walking me through it. Oh yeah, visibility definitely reduced. A lot heavier snow. A lot heavier. And let me tell you what, coming down this road when it's slick, I mean, y'all, it gets slicker than hog snot out here. It's so bad. Um, it's not easy. Not easy at all. Man, look at this up here. So I think what we might do is I'm friends with the convenience store owner up here. I think we might do a little filming and set up the GoPro. This intersection we're coming up to is notorious for crashes. You can see that's part of the Cumberland. This is all part of LaGuardo launch, and the water's got ice and snow on it. Oops, sorry. There you go. The roads look still really good through here. It looks like everyone's going a lot slower now than what they were this morning. Thank goodness, because that was a bad situation, except for that car. So right, just on the north side of this light is a hill, and it's kind of a blind side for people that are come up to that light. Let's see. He's already told me I can sit here and film. So I think we're just going to sit here for a whole hot minute. And I caught someone running the red light earlier. Back you up. Well, nobody wants to see that, but that is what it is. We'll sit here for a hot minute and just see how things happen. I promise I'll keep the windshield clear. And then, all right, Patrick, have a great day. Be safe. Yeah, because even the sidewalk or the concrete next to me this morning was covered in snow, but it looks like it's starting to accumulate again. It sure is pretty out there. It's falling a lot heavier now. God, the wipers are annoying. Can I just rain exit? Will that work? And just like slide off? I guess not, huh? That's not a thing. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. I think for the most part, tomorrow's going to be day to like really watch roads, as roads, the water, the precipitation on it will freeze, and we'll see how slick it becomes. Man, all this snow is going to melt when I pull into the garage, and it's all going to go on my garage floor. Man. I think they treated 109 pretty well. All right, folks, I think we are going to take it to the house. I need to rest some. This is getting to be a little painful for me. Definitely am not wanting to have a setback with recovery. Let's see how Academy looks now. Starting to get snow covered again. We came through here at right before the beginning of the stream. This morning it was snow covered, and then beginning of right stream it was completely clear. So it looks like snow is starting to accumulate again. This road is not treated. And it does get slick. Especially this little patch right up ahead, it's really slick. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in, and might do a live shot tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Everyone have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, and just be happy.